Welcome back. So it's Monday morning, long weekend, been teaching all weekend, mentoring, and a demonstration last night, and a number of things that I've been watching lately and doing within the classroom and my own mediumship. I kind of want to bring up in a video for the channel, and it's about the art of mediumship. So that is what we'll be discussing in this video. So it's actually very difficult to get up after a weekend like that, you know, like a all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and then Sunday evening demonstrating mediumship in a spiritual church. Very difficult to get your energy moving because you're slipping out of it, you're coming away from it. Maybe that's another video that I need to be doing. So, what I hear a lot of with students new to mediumship is that so-and-so told them to do it this way, and you know, that group of tutors and teachers have always told me I need to be doing this and I need to be doing that. And I think mediumship, the more and more I do it, I think it's more about opinion, about how it comes out for you. I don't think anyone is right. I don't think anyone is wrong. It's your style. It's the way that you do it. The way that you've developed your relationship to get that out there. And I think students in particular, especially if you're new, fall into this trap of like, well, they're known as the best, or they're the best in the country, or the best in the area. And they told me that you need to do this, and because they do that, and so on and so forth, you know. But actually, over the last number of years, some of the things the biggest names in mediumship told me what I need to be doing and what I should do and what I shouldn't do, have defied almost, gone away and shown that it can be done differently, and there is a different approach, and it's not as restricted as I was made to believe. And their word is not gospel. Their way is not the way. And I think we hold everyone a little bit too much in respect there. In fact, some of the biggest names that I've worked under, now I don't hold any respect for them whatsoever. Because although they may be a good demonstrator, the person that they are behind the scenes is not one that I want to be associated with. What I try to explain to people is when I'm about to demonstrate mediumship is that I very quickly have to gather the information. So for the purpose of the video, we'll call that like the download. You know, the communicator comes into my awareness, into my mind. The blending of consciousness to consciousness takes place. And very quickly I go through a sensory experience. That may be visuals, that may be feelings and emotions, or sounds. Very rarely smells and tastes, but you know, it's from time to time it happens, but that sensory experience unfolds. And in that moment, as a demonstrating medium, in that moment, it's that quick as it comes in, I have to give it expression. I have to give it a language that is coherent for the person I need to speak to. Now this can be a tremendously hard task to get onto the wavelength of the client. You know, that maybe there's a restriction there that they want to hear certain things and the variables are all over the place. But in general, I need to deliver it in words for the client to go, you have my mum, you have my dad, whoever, you have my loved one. Now in that expression, I've learned over the years, over experience, over the readings and the practice and the circles and the workshops, and the list is endless, on how I feel, in my opinion, it's best described, best presented for said audience. That will be different for every audience that I work for. There's no two audiences the same. There's no two things the same whatsoever in every demonstration. So I have to take into account how is this going to be received, what culture am I in, and what is it that is normal around here, to the point on what is the mediumship standard to around here is how I'm going to pitch my artwork. And what I mean is that I give them the blank canvas within the mind. They paint their story, their picture through the sensory experience. Then I describe that artwork to the best of my ability to a room of people that can't see that picture. So my language has to do that for me. So that will lead on to certain questions, like, Charlie, how do you deal with hecklers? Charlie, how do you deal with non-placement? I can't find it. It appears to be this and no one's taking it. And the answer will always be different. There's no one mechanic in that example. It's like a toolbox of tools that you use to sort that out. Now, my answer for dealing with a heckler, for example, is I am cheeky. I have a very blunt, very dry kind of humour, and I would probably use humour in some way to shut them up from shouting out or being disruptive in the room. However, if you are someone that is not that way, you are very prim and proper and you are well spoken and you're well turned out, and the idea of you using humour is absolutely ridiculous, then my answer cannot work for you as the individual, because I am a different personality and character in front of an audience. So over my years and years of experience, learning, circles, workshops and seminars and residentials, over all the years that I had worked with people, some very big names, some not so well big names, but maybe I liked their style, or I liked their relationship when demonstrated, and I would involve myself in their training, in their way, in their presentation, so on and so forth. But I very quickly learned along the way that, I like a little bit of this one here at said place there. But them little private workshops that I go to 2 hours away, I really, really like their way of thinking on that part of mediumship, or on that part of a mechanic, or that part of the demonstrating. And so what I learned very, very quickly was that, do you know what, I'm going to take a little bit of this one, I'm going to take a little bit of that one, and this one over here, I'm going to have that. I'm going to completely dismiss this, and I'm going to throw that away because that's just nonsense. And before you know it, I started to build my own way. I really like this, I think that needs to come in. Really don't like that, I'm going to get rid of that. I started honing in my own skill set. And I start to deliver mediumship in a more unique way, is what I'm going to say there. Everyone should be a unique way, shouldn't they? You've only got to hop on my Facebook page, and when a church is posting, or a centre, or whatever it is that I'm doing demonstrations for, has now become normal for them to go, come along to and have a great evening, or something like that, with Charlie's humour and his unique way of working with mediumship. And it's becoming very regular, it's become normal actually, for people to use that term, Charlie's unique way with mediumship. And for all the mediums out there demonstrating, there must be an element of disappointment that is not the tag, because we are all developing a unique relationship with the spirit world. How sad is it for spiritualism that there is a normal way of working? That just means that the teachers of the past have told them to be like me. You will do this, you will do that, and you will listen, now off you go. Rather than have come and see so-and-so's unique relationship with the spirit world. Come and watch this unique way with the spirit world. And that's sad. Even the thought, even just now having that ponder, is a sad thought that mediumship become normal in some way. I actually see mediumship very much like this camera here. You know, I've started to learn photography and cinematography just for the point of YouTube, really. But another form of expression. You know, there's some photos that you take and they're just a nice photo. Some are underexposed, some are overexposed, aren't they? But some photos, just in the capture of it, it unfolds the whole story just in that one image. And so I liken it very much to mediumship, very, very much. So, like some mediums, just they tell a nice picture, they tell a nice story. And other people unfold the whole scenario, the whole story. It's their artwork, it's their way of expression. They learn to present that information within their mind in a way that's relatable to a room. The same way a photo can do that. Everyone will get the photo. Some people, I'm sure some of you here, have gone to like art shows before, and you walk in and you just don't get it. What on earth is that? As a 3-year-old child could do that, and you think, yeah, I could do something like that quite easily and just throw paint up a wall or something like that. And there's others that are just mesmerising, and it's because of the artist. It's who's painting that picture, who brought it all together and packaged it in a way that it tells its story. That's our job as a medium, to bring forward the consciousness of a loved one through evidence, through essence, and deliver the story in the moment, in a single moment. That may be 7 minutes, and you're to describe only with words the story of that consciousness. Now, with all that being said, just very quickly look at your mediumship. How restricted is it? Can you unfold that story of someone with the skill set you have to a piece of artwork? So their loved one absolutely knows that you have their mum, you have their dad, you have whoever. Does your skill set hold that capability? And I would argue that you standing there going, no, I need your age. No, I need your relationship. I need how you died. I need whatever, in a way that can unfold that download, that expression. Does your mediumship hold that? And in my opinion, that is where your development should be focused, to unfolding what their story is to the best that your mind can hold or allow to happen. I've developed new exercises for this, for the classroom. So as a heads up, Zoom class US, it's in the next one. It's a big hill, that one. Big hill. So let's summarise it. Take what you like, throw away what you don't, get rid of it. If it's causing you problems, get rid of it, try a different angle. My word, any other words out there does not make it right. I am not the overall opinion. Like all the other tutors that you're working with, they're not the overall opinion. So it's down to you to take what you like from certain tutors, teachers, observation of other mediums, work it into your own. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, bin it off, and hone that skill in yourself. And in your opinion, are you doing enough? In your opinion, was that the picture that you wanted painting? In your opinion, did the demonstration go well? And through that cutthroat analysis of your work, the brutally honest part of it, will improve you every time. Every single time you go out, there will be something to work upon. So, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm now going to go and edit it and then relax for the rest of the day. So, see you on the next one. Like if you liked it, comment, because we all know that helps the videos now. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you all midweek.